Hello everyone, welcome to Cover Drive.
Let's dissect cricket. So, the latest news and the big news that is coming out from BCCI office is that Rahul Dravid has been reappointed as Indian team's coach. Is the tenure also mentioned, Sandeep? Do we have the tenure till
The
when he is appointed?
tenure has not been mentioned. Tenure is a little open. Perhaps maybe until the next T20 World Cup, which is about 6 months away, or maybe until the Champions Trophy. You don't know. Yeah.
So, good for today's video that we have slightly contrasting views on this, whether Rahul Dravid uh, should have been reappointed as Indian team's coach. Sandeep has something to say, and I have something else to say. So let's kickstart the video. This video is prominently about that, whether it's a good decision to reappoint him as Indian team's coach. So Sandeep, what are your views on this?
I think to me it's a sensible decision to continue Rahul as our coach because of a couple of reasons. One, 2 years, to me, I think it's a very short span for any coach to be judged whether he's good or bad or whether he can improve or not. I think he has had a reasonably good run. I won't say he has had an extraordinary run. We did play in a couple of knockout games and then we lost all of them. It could be the T20 World Cup in 2022. We lost in the semi-finals, and then ODI World Cup 2023, we lost in the finals, and also we could not win the World Test Championship. We lost to Australia in the finals. I think it has not been a great run when it comes to the knockout stages. Nothing has changed as compared to what we did under Kohli and Ravi Shastri, to be very fair. But at least in the last, say, 3-4 months or so, the team's approach has changed quite a bit. Say, Rohit Sharma going great guns at the top. And whenever these youngsters, say, such as Shubman Gill or Shreyas Iyer, scored runs, they scored at a very brisk pace. And also KL Rahul stabilizing his position as a wicketkeeper at number 5, he being quite solid at number 5 as a savior whenever it is required. So there are quite a bit of changes. And I think Rohit and Rahul has brought that certainty element in the team, which was clearly missing under Shastri and then Virat Kohli era, where the players are more or less certain if at all you perform for some time, and then there is a lot of trust element that has been brought in. So that way, to me, I think Rahul and co, Rahul, Rohit, and then the entire support staff, they give a lot of assurance to the players who are performing. They would love to give that long run. So I think 2 years is still a very short span, and he could achieve whatever he could achieve. And don't forget, Rahul Dravid has spent quite a bit of time with all these youngsters. Apart from Virat and Rohit Sharma, he did spend a lot of time with these Ruturaj, Yashashvi, and then Tilak Varma, Shreyas Iyer, Prithvi Shah. All these players have played Shubman Gill, a lot of under-19 cricket when Rahul Dravid was the coach, and then they in fact won the World Cup as well. So it's except 1 or 2 players, or rather 3 or 4 senior players who will be in contention after say 15-18 months, most of the group will be youngsters who actually were managed and led by Rahul Dravid as a coach. That could be a significant game changer for Rahul Dravid. So for me, I think any coach should get a reasonably long run, say 4 to 5 years, and gradually the approach will also change. We have seen some change in his approach and in the team's approach. They are becoming quite aggressive in the recent past, and that's going to only become better and better as we progress. That's the second reason that I would like to quote. And the third is the bowling department has improved significantly. If you have observed, right, I don't think we have had such a fearsome bowling attack a couple of years ago. It has improved quite a bit. Of course, all thanks to Paras Mamre, but of course, all Rahul Dravid should also get due credit for this for navigating his troops. So I think bowling department has also improved significantly, which I think should continue. The hard work that has been put in by this management staff, by this coaching staff, should continue for at least for 1 or 2 more years, and then judge them basis the results that would occur at least in the next 15 months until the Champions Trophy. If we don't perform well until Champions Trophy, then perhaps that could be the time. But I think give him another at least say 15 to 18 months in my view. Yeah, go ahead. I would love to hear your views as well.
Uh, um, I mean, for a change, I don't quite agree with this appointment of Rahul Dravid. I don't agree with Sandeep's views on this for a change. Generally, we tend to agree on most of the things as far as cricket is concerned. Uh, I have a couple of reasons. The first and the foremost reason is, which is very important for me, is I think India needs a foreign coach, and a lot of people would be raising eyebrows. Why do we need a foreign coach? Don't we have good enough cricketers or coaches in India? It's not about it's not about something made in India or from India. It's about what suits you, as far as I'm concerned. What suits the purpose? In India we have this cult hero worship. The cult figures that we tend to make heroes out of cricketers and film stars, and cricketers like there are a lot of cricketers in even in the present team. You have cricketers. We had Dhoni in the past. We have Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Ravindra Jadeja, to name a few, who have been, they are they have become bigger than cricket, so to say. So I think you need, as far as Indian coaches are concerned, they tend to get bogged down by these personalities. The way personality clash happened between Kumble and Kohli. Kumble was one such coach, Indian coach. Kumble was a fearsome cricketer as well. I think he the kind of personality Kumble has, uh, he appears to be a person who will never be, bow down in front of anybody to change his views. Just because somebody's uh, Kohli or Tendulkar, Kumble won't change his views or his approach. I think that led to the clash, and finally Kumble had to go out, not Kohli had to go out. So that's the problem with Indian cricket. With this hero worship, the cult culture that we have, the foreign coach comes in, then foreign coach is not really bogged down by this. If somebody says, for example, let's take an example. If Ricky Ponting comes in, although I'm not a Ricky Ponting fan. I was never a fan of Ricky Ponting the way he played cricket. But let's assume that Ricky Ponting comes in. I don't think he'll say yes to everything that Sharma, Coach Sharma, or anybody else. I think uh, Ponting, for example, would be able to assert himself more than anybody else. So I think that's why we need a foreign coach to, you know, uh, to get rid of this hero culture that okay, you are not bigger than cricket. So if coach has to say something, if coach has a view, then that view should be taken into account. Not It should not be the case that whatever captain says that will be the final word. The way it happened in case of Kumble and Virat Kohli. So so that is one point. Second Second is we have not seen anything great tactically, a major change that Rahul Dravid brought in. I have not seen I can't even pinpoint to a single instance or any single change that Rahul Dravid brought in to the team that was there earlier, the Kohli and Ravi Shastri's team. I did not see even a single change, major change. So I can't say technically Rahul Dravid has been a great coach. It appears to me that whatever was passed on to him, he just took it and just went on with the flow. I did not see any major effort to change anything. So I think technically, cricket is a game where coach has a big role as far as tactics are concerned. You know why? Because when the when you are on the field, so it's very difficult to for a captain to think on his field. It's very difficult to manage, so many things together. So a coach has to be aware of a lot of things and pass on to the message to the captain who is on the field. So coach needs to be tactically astute person. which I don't think I can say that Rahul Dravid has been a tactically astute coach, because I have not seen, as I've said, I've not seen anything great as far as tactics are concerned. I've not seen any, the way Sehwag was promoted as an opener, Tendulkar became an opener, or these changes, these subtle changes that you see and say, oh yeah, that was a master stroke. I have not seen anything of that sort. So, and third is, we have not, the you have to see, nothing succeed, as this is, nothing succeeds like success. you know uh, we have not seen any major success in his tenure as well. It has been the same story, the way it has been since last 10 years. No ICC trophy, nothing major, no major achievement, not even in tests. I think that the Australian Test series was won in Ravi Shastri's tenure, was it?
Yeah, it was under Ravi Shastri's tenure. So Rahul Dravid, under Rahul's tenure, we lost the series to South Africa in late 2021. That's how he started. And of course, we would be touring South Africa again in the next few days. Yeah.
So no, because he was a great Test cricketer. So you expect something great to happen in at least Test cricket. But I have not seen any major change or anything in Test cricket as well. So I rest my case. So I am not really happy with this appointment. I think a foreign coach suits Indian cricket more than a desi coach, so to say. So that's it from my side.
Oh, no, points noted. So only thing where I would love to add is that yes, there have been no real master strokes in terms of tactics. I would agree, but at the same time, you got to perhaps understand that. See, if you look at the way cricket is being played right now, you already have a few specialist players. You already have a few all rounders in the mix. Maybe from now on, he would get that opportunity where he might have to play about 6 batsmen and then say one all rounder and then 4 bowlers. Maybe he has to choose one or two batsmen who can bowl. But till this point in time, as you rightly said, perhaps the team was already set, and then he being a beginner in terms of a national level, a head coach for a national team, first time in his career. So perhaps he was also a little hesitant to change the combinations, especially before the World Cup. See, he has actually faced, the moment he came in, within about 8-10 months time, he had to play the T20 World Cup in 2020. He took over in 2021, end of 2021, hardly about 8-10 months to go for the T20 World Cup. So just before 8-10 months before the World Cup, perhaps you don't want to change. You want to just you don't want to sack Hardik Pandya, or you don't want to sack, say, someone like Ravindra Jadeja, who are already performing well as all rounders. And the opening combinations were set. See, it was not that perhaps what you can call as a master stroke, a reasonable master stroke, is that, say, KL Rahul being a consistent player at number 5, his wicket keeping has improved quite a bit. And pretty soon, perhaps you might see some changes in the test format, and also in this World Cup, in the recently concluded ICC ODI World Cup, right? We played with 3 fast bowlers. I don't recollect when we played 3 fast bowlers. That too, I mean, we won quite a few matches as well. So I'm not saying that these are all great tactical moves, but you can see some sporadic moves basis the room that he got. And what I'm predicting, or rather expecting, is that maybe in the near term, as the seniors are expected to perhaps join from the T20 format, you might see these Yashashvis and then Ruturaj and also Tilak Varmas, etc., playing a huge role in the T20 format under Rahul Dravid, because they were all coached under Rahul Dravid at the under 19 space. I'm sure he should be able to command, if at all that's required. And then see, again, there is no need to command all the time. It's just that you got to be stern and stubborn whenever it is required. And also, we have not seen anything that has gone wrong between Rohit and Rahul till date. See, for example, between Virat and then Anil, perhaps quite a few things have gone wrong, honestly speaking. But till now, of course, I agree that the record has not been that great in terms of winning ICC tournaments. But but nothing significantly has gone wrong between Rohit and Rahul. In fact, Rohit still respects Rahul, and then he has been applauding him because Rahul allowed Rohit the way he wanted to play, at least. So I think these are some positives. I'm just saying that perhaps give Rahul a few more months, maybe 12, 15 months until Champions Trophy 2025, and then let's see what happens. Yeah.
Let's see. I hope that Rahul Dravid in his second term as coach experiments a bit and delivers the goods. So let's hope for the best.
Absolutely, and also let's wish our young folks in the remaining T20s all the best. We lost the third T20 to Australia. Again, Maxwell's brilliance, but hope for the best in the remaining T20s. Let's hope that we clinch this series. Yeah.
Absolutely. Hope for the best.
Thank you very much, and see you soon.
All right then. Bye bye.